Hi everyone, welcome back to the Honor Me Read YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you guys are back again. Yeah! So today's topic that we're going to speak about is something great because I haven't done it yet, but it's called Beyond Your Limits. And we're going to speak about living beyond your limits and learning to live beyond your limits. And what does that look like? And is it something that we're doing? Is it something that we feel like we can achieve? Do we know that there's more to us than what we're dealing with in this life that we are experiencing? So I'm excited and I cannot wait. Thank you for sharing your time with me. You know, I love you so much. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Honor Me Read YouTube channel. Because why? Because it's lit. No, I'm just playing. Because, you know, you guys told me to create it, and I did, and this is for you. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe and like the videos and share. I love to hear what you have to say, so comment. And I hope that you enjoy this fantastic motivation. So I love you, and sit back, relax, and just take it all in. So today's topic we're talking about is living beyond your limits. Whatever you want to say, beyond your limits, living beyond your limits, learning how to live beyond your limits. And this is not something that I spoke about before, so I'm really excited to talk about it and to give you something refreshing. Let's say that. Okay, so one of the key things when I say that the topic is living beyond your limits is the word your limits. Some people think live beyond my limits. Well, that's a limit. I can't go past that. No. Yeah, exactly. It's the perception of what you feel the limit is. So you feel like you can't get past it. You have made an image, you have made a limit, a capacity, and when you get close to that, you already know, because in your mind you have perceived that you cannot go past what you said you can't. Big baby, hey love. So when we're talking about today, I'm really dealing with you and your perception of what limits are. What the limits are. Damn! What the limits are in your life. Hey Jay, hey Milk. What the limits are. What the limits are in your life. What limits have you created in your life that keep you confound, that keep you in a box, that doesn't allow you to step into all that was called for you and promised to you. So when I say living beyond your limits, I didn't say the limits that the Most High has for you, but if we're real with it, the Most High doesn't have any limits for us. It's deep. Why do we come to a place to voluntarily take, yes love, why do we come to a place to voluntarily take the short end of the stick? Why do we voluntarily say, you know, I can't do it, that's enough, there's no way, never can I, you know, that kind of stuff. Why do we put limits on ourselves? So we're talking about living beyond your limits. What you say you can't get past, what you say is enough, what you say you can't do. First thing is understanding what limits mean. So limits is restrictions or on a size, a restriction on a size or amount to something that does not or may not extend or pass. So a restriction on size, it's not enough, or an amount. There's a restriction there to something that does not extend or pass. And it says may not extend. So it's interesting that limits could mean a specific thing depending on what the perception is. Because my limits are telling me that I can't go further than this, but the Most High's limits is saying something different. And that's what we're talking about today. What limits have we put on ourselves? Because why? Maybe because we feel like we're not enough. What limits have we put on ourselves because we're looking at the past experiences and the failures that we call it, that we don't want to fail again. So we stay safe. We don't take risks. So the first question I have for you, King and Queens, is do you live to your max? How is your life today, loves? Do you feel like you are maximizing all of your abilities? Do you feel like you're living to your best potential? Do you feel like there's something more? Or are you learning about my business? Hey, love, reincarnate. Or are you learning how to further and go further and transcend? Are you learning, knowing that, I'm forever growing? This self-love is ever evolving. I'm always getting better. I'm always growing. Are we learning this? Hey, Taylor, Grand Rising, love. I'm always getting better. I'm always learning to be better. Do we understand that? For the first thing I want to tell you, King and Queens, is I need you, in order for us to live beyond our limits and learn to live beyond our limits, we got to start rethinking. If your answer is you don't feel like you're living your life to the max, then why not? Why not? What makes you feel like this is how you should live? What makes you feel like it's okay? Who told you it's okay for you to take less than you deserve? That's a hard one, because some of us can say us, right? I mean, who am I talking to? I love when you guys comment. Thank you, Taylor, for the taps. Do you see what I'm saying? Hey, Dustin. Sometimes it could be us. Who told us that we don't deserve to live our life to the max? Who said to us that we cannot have a life and that more abundantly? Come on, Candace. If we're real with ourselves, a lot of times it could be people that we hold up in high esteem that have said something wrong to us. They have told us a lie, and because they said that lie over generations and generations, we begin to believe it. If my mother told me that she didn't love me since I was a child, and she kept telling me all the way till I left the house at the age of 18, then I'm going to believe that I shouldn't be loved. A lie told over generations eventually becomes the truth, because it's what they believe, because they're constantly told that. So what have you been constantly told, King and Queens, that puts you and presses you into a place to not live beyond your limits? Come on, Taylor. In order for us to get rid of these limitations that are stopping us from this journey that have been called for our life, blocking every promise that we have, not allowing us to reach the destination that we're supposed to go to, is we got to come to a place to rethink. Rethink and reduce self. That this is hard. There's a certain type of self that we have. When we have self-love, it's saying that I appreciate. We have confidence, Confidence is the appreciation and recognizing the abilities that we have on the inside and appreciating them. That's what confidence is. But when I talk about reduce self, reduce the little devil that's on the side of your shoulder. Reduce the one that says you're not good enough. Reduce the one that says, oh, you can only do but so much. The one, the thing that's inside of you that's holding you back, that's believed all the lies that was said to you over the years. So reduce self. You got to rethink some things, and as you're rethinking, don't allow yourself to hold you back. You need to reduce self and question yourself. Am I living to my best potential? Am I where I need to be? Is this what I deserve? Am I living under the standard of a king? Am I living under the standard of a queen? How did I get there? How can I get out? If no one was watching me, would I still want to do it? Oh. If I didn't have an audience, would I still want the best for myself? You want to rethink, you want to reduce yourself, you want to question yourself because you want to come to a place to create a better version of you. Well, why do I want to create a better version of me, Candy? Because you deserve it. What do you mean? Yeah, but I've been through a lot, experienced a lot, and it always seems like things are not on my side, and it feels like, you know what? No. Get that energy, find it on the inside of yourself to be better. You deserve to be better. You deserve to live in all that was called for your life. You deserve that. And I know it doesn't feel like you do because of all that you have experienced, but we got to come to a place to start rethinking some things. Why has my life, come on, Taylor, why has my life been so hard? Why do I keep going through these trials and overcoming? Why do I keep fighting battles and having victories? There is something more than this. There's something more than this, King and Queens. Your life doesn't stop in the battle, but your life, it starts and it's manifested throughout your victories. So I'm going to push myself through. I'm going to get through this thing because there's something more. I didn't do all this for naught. I didn't save myself to die in the end anyway. Who am I talking to? I didn't overcome and survive all these things to come out and live a standard life. I didn't just conquer Goliath and the giant that's in my life to come out and just live mediocre. I didn't go through all this blood, sweat, and tears to take less than I deserve. You know, I fought and fought to live, and now that I am living, I want all that life has to offer me. I don't just want to live, but I want to live and have life that more abundantly. I'm telling you, that is like running the race and the prize is $1 million. You cross the finish line and you only take 100. Do you hear me, King and Queens? That's what it is. That's what we do. We go down to the ground, knees in the mud, 10 toes down, blood, sweat, and tears to conquer something, to overcome something, to survive some things that are killing us. And as soon as we hit the finish line, we're done. We don't take the $1 million prize, but I'll just have 100. It's all about the mentality and the perception. We got to see our value. No, I deserve that million. And, as hard as I work and me almost dying in this, you know what? I deserve that million because I worked hard. I deserve that million because I believed in me when no one else did. I deserve that million because against all odds, I stood and believed I could do it. I deserve that million and much more. So I'm going to continue to keep running these races. Flair, hey, love. I'm going to continue to keep running these races and get to where I need to go. And take every single reward on the way. What? I don't know who I'm talking to, King and Queens. Do you hear me? I'm going to take every reward along the way, no longer casting it to the side, no longer taking half of it, no longer giving it away. Oh, I'm talking to those that give their reward away. You done trained for 2 years, every day in the gym training to run every day, time, money, everything, just investing in it. You get to the finish line after 2 years and you win. And after all that you have put in, you end up giving to somebody else. Kimmy, hey love. Hey love. You get to the finish line and after all that you have done, hey beautiful, Next Friday night. Next Friday night, love. Wait. Never mind. The Friday after that, the second Friday in August, I'll be singing, love. I'll make sure that I message you, beautiful. Tony P, hey, love. Oh, thank you for my taps, love. Okay, so we get to the finish line and we give the prize to somebody else. Somebody that's sitting on the sidelines. Somebody that's watching us and not putting in the effort. Ooh, somebody that didn't even help us while we went through, but they sat on the sidelines. We run the race, win the race that we trained for 2 years, and when we get the reward, we give it to somebody else. That's what you call when you love people more than you love you. That's why we're not living beyond our limits, because we keep holding ourselves down. Thank you, gorgeous. Yes, love. That's what they call it. Oh, thank you. Tomorrow's the women's panel. Okay. Because I might, depending on the after the women's panel, I might be able to do it. Because I did say every 2 weeks. So we'll see. If I do it tomorrow, I'll message you, Kimmy. Yay! Thank you, love. Close to my goal 4 stars. You guys are awesome. Okay, so we gotta start rethinking things. We gotta reduce yourself. You gotta, yay! You gotta reduce yourself. You gotta question yourself. Create a better version of you, the one that you carry on the inside. It's waiting. Create a better version of you. Dark side. Hey, love. Create a better version of you. It's on the inside. It's just waiting for you to show it. Waiting for you to bring it out. That better version of you is in here. And we got to work we carry it all the time. We got to work to bring it out. Thank you, love. Okay. I think I will do it tomorrow, Kimmy. So, yes. Come on, love. Create a better version of yourself, the one that you carry on the inside is waiting. The better version of yourself is just waiting for you to move in line. The better version of yourself is just waiting for you to break these limitations that keep confining you and keep you in this box. We're boxed in by all the negative things that was said to us. We're boxed in by all the doubt that we have inside of self. Lauren, welcome forward. Yay, Killer Clown and Lauren. Dunk. Hey, love, Great Rising. I hope you've been good, love. Queen Brown Sugar. Hey, love. The boxes and the limits that we have are created and it's made out of all the lies that was said to us. It's made out of self-doubt. It's made out of fear. All these things is what the materials that are built around to create these limits. So I'm asking you to break through these limits, King and Queen. The limits are just bare little frail walls that are around us, because the power that we have on the inside will always be greater than this false evidence appearing real. These fake limitations, when we're supposed to be ever evolving and ever growing. My beautiful Barbie. Hey, love. Cloud9. Hi, love. Welcome forward, Queen. Grand Rising to my beautiful queens, Kimmy, Barbie, Lauren. I love y'all. Taylor. Don't make me go down the list. Every queen in the building, Grand Rising. Every king in the building, Grand Rising. I love you guys. Okay. The next thing that we have to do, yay! Thank you, Lauren. Yes. Thank you, love. Yay! Thank you for helping me get closer to my goal. 4 stars. Yay, yay, yay. Not the Hercules clap. Ah, thank you, beautiful. Yay, look, you moved up. That's so cool that they do that now. Top contributors go to the front. That's dope. The smile. Ah, yay. Thank you, Barbie. Thank you for all my king and queens that always support me. I appreciate you. You know, the other day I hit over my 2 million beans, and I cried like a baby. And you know, it's a tears of appreciation because you guys are so amazing to me. That's why I'll continue to be amazing to you. And you know what? Energy is energy. Whether you give it through beans or whether you come to the live and talk and share your energy with me, that's what I means everything. Okay? I love you. Okay, so the next thing we have to do, the first thing I said is, do you live to your max? We talked about that, and that's where we came to say to rethink, reduce yourself, question yourself, and come to a place to create a better version of yourself. The one that you carry on the inside, it's waiting. The next thing we're talking about is feel unstoppable. And this might get a little bit deep. Meech, hey love. This might get a little bit deep for us, but we're going to go there, you know. Feel unstoppable. I didn't say be unstoppable. When we don't understand the difference. Welcome forward, kid. Hey, Kizzo. Grand rising to you, love. I didn't say be unstoppable. That part. I said feel unstoppable. The problem is that in order for us to be unstoppable, the 95% of that is determined by the people that view us, right? Because they're the ones who saying, you know, you're unstoppable, you could do anything, this and that, whatever. It's an impossible place to be. I can't please 95% of the people I know. Who am I talking to? There was a period in my life that I tried because I needed that validation from others in order to feel any type of worth. Shorty, welcome for a queen. I needed it to feel any type of worth. You know, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Chef, hey love. Oh, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. My beautiful Shorty Red, welcome for a queen. So if it takes 95% of the outside of people to do it for me, then I can't please 95% of the people I know to be unstoppable. But what I'm asking you, king and queens, is to feel unstoppable. Because when we feel unstoppable, then we don't create these limits and we can go beyond. Why? Because I know I can. Right? Why? Because I know it doesn't matter whether I mess up or not, I'm still winning. That's unstoppable. Come on, lovable. Let's change the perception. Let's change the perspective. Let's change it. I feel unstoppable. Why? Because greater who is in me is greater than who is in the world. That's why I feel unstoppable. You know who's unstoppable? That's my Father. That's the Most High. And He's in me, so I feel unstoppable. Do you see? I'm not asking you to be unstoppable. You can't be Him. But He can love us and use us and cultivate our abilities that He has gifted to us, that we come to a place to feel unstoppable. When we feel unstoppable, we say, you know what, even though I messed up and it looks like I failed on the outside, that's when the people from the outside, when you're saying I'm gonna be unstoppable. No, the people from the outside will remind you, come on, lovable, will remind you, you know, you messed up there. I thought you said you was unstoppable. Remember, if I said be unstoppable, that really determines on how people view you instead of what you are. Okay? Lady E, hey love. You see that? So the people outside will constantly remind us, you know, you tripped up, you messed up, you fell. Oh, you got dirt here, you got dirt there. You know, you did this, you know, you did that. And when we try to be unstoppable, we run into the place of feeling like a failure. because we can't get it. But when we feel unstoppable, it tells me that, you know what, even if I mess up, even in my success and even in my mess ups, I know I'm winning. That part, I know I'm winning, because when I go through failure, what people say failure, I call it growing. When we grow through things, we learn, and when we learn, we get strengthened, and then we then we can carry what has been called for our life. You see, so okay, so then that means I'm always winning, because if I could grow through my mistakes, then I'm always winning. Experience, come on. Reaching the limits to get to our greater self. Come on, Queen Live. The greater version of me. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. You can't tell me, that's what I said before. People look at my past relationship with my ex and what I lost. And what I mean is like material things and all that type of stuff and the house and everything. They look at that and it looks like from the outside, hatefully, that I lost. Look from the outside and they're looking at the material things. But you know what? The value is in me and not in things. Or who I'm talking to. The value is in me and not in things. So what I lost in the material things, the Most High could give me once again. I'm not really concerned about that. Come on, Taylor. I'm not concerned with the tangible things. But what I'm concerned about is what has been given to me. And that is this life. And that I make sure that I live it, and that more abundantly. That's what I'm concerned about. So when I look back on it, the people on the outside, said you lost, Candy, but I know I won. Why? Because the Most High woke me up out of a situation that could have been seen as permanent, a marriage. The Most High woke me up and took the blinders off my eyes to recognize that I am giving more love than I'm getting. There is things, come on, Lovable, come on, Flair. Thank you, King. There is things, do you hear me? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm always winning if I'm always learning. I'm always winning if I'm always growing. So I do feel unstoppable because I understand I'm ever evolving in this thing called self-love. I'm ever evolving in this thing called knowledge. Right, King? Come on. I'm ever evolving. I'm always being better. I'm getting better. We're being greater. That's where we're going. I understand that. So I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable because I feel it. See, we got to add that on it. I'm not being unstoppable, but I am unstoppable because I feel it. So even when I lose, I win. Who am I talking to, King and Queens? Even when I lose, I win. That part. So feel unstoppable, not asking you to be, but to feel it. The main thing that feeling unstoppable has to do with is what I said. It has to do with reality. What is real? How do you feel about yourself? What is your perception? Do you believe that you can't lose? The only time that we can fail is if we do nothing at all, right? Somebody tells us there's $1 million waiting for you at the post office, and we stay on the couch and we never go pick it up. That's how we feel when we do nothing at all. That's the only way. We can't fail when we make mistakes because we learn from them. So that's not failure, that's learning. How can we come to a place to feel unstoppable all the time? We develop and implement values that will help you to live with your terms. See, the key thing of what we're talking about is beyond your limits. You have a perception of what a limit is in your life. Not what the Most High says it is, but what you say it is. And I said this before, King and Queens. That's why we feel like the Most High has said, Deadly, hey love, this is why we get confused, because the Most High said, I will not put more burdens on you than you can bear, right? And we feel like we're dying. The reason why we feel like we're dying is because we don't even understand how strong we are. Whoa. Yeah, but Candy, he didn't show up. He wasn't around because he knows your strength. Do you? He knows your strength. Do you? This is what I mean when I said develop and intimate values so that you can live to your terms. Knowing your strength on the inside that you can get through. I'm limiting myself because of failure. I'm limiting my failure. I'm not gonna go there yet because we're gonna get there, because that's the battle that we're fighting is within ourselves. That's why we cause these limitations. But how we can get to a place to feel unstoppable, develop and implement values. You know, I am valuable. I am worthy. I am king. I am queen. I deserve more. I will not take less than I'm deserving anymore. Do you see what I'm saying? I will not take less than I'm deserving anymore. I'm going to develop these values. I'm going to have them match who I truly am. Not who I think I am, but what has been spoken over my life. And that's what I'm going to live by, my terms. Okay, the next thing that we deal with, kings and queens, when we're living beyond our limits or learning to live beyond our limits, is we have to understand, fight your battle without an end. Well, Candy, you always say the battle isn't mine, it's the Lord's. Listen to what I'm saying. Tino and Love, listen to what I said. Fight your battle. I'm not talking about with others and people and things like that. I'm talking about you. Sometimes we can be our worst enemies. I'm talking to somebody. Fight your battle without an end. That means the one that's on your shoulder always talking negative, fight it. Bring down those thoughts. Cast them down back to where they were. Take it out. Refresh yourself. Meditate. Speak positive words, affirmations over you. That you won't allow the thoughts, the negative thoughts that you have for yourself to override who you are. You see what I said? It's the negative thoughts that we have for ourselves override who we are. Good girl, hey love. Always ready. Cash red, hey love. Oh, Shay. Shalom to you, King. Welcome. I'm feeling excellent this morning. Hey, Professor. All praises to the Most High. Fight your battle without an end. I'm talking about self-sabotage, my love. I'm talking about us not getting what we deserve because there's something in our ear who is us. Go further. If you go further, this is requiring you to know, knowing the why and what. If you go further, it's requiring you to know why. Why am I going further? And for what? It brings you to a place to begin to learn yourself. Understand who you are. Understand what's promised to you. Understand who you come from. My Father is the Most High. He said I will do greater things than He will. So this is what I gotta go. Then I say, go further. I gotta go further. There has to be more than what I'm dealing with today. I'm telling you, even if you're at your best today, there is better. Even in your greatness, there is greater. Even in your great, there is greater. Even at your best, there is better. So go further. But in order for you to go further, it requires who? And it requires what? The battle that I'm talking about is the battle against ourselves. The battle against ourselves is not feeling good enough. I'm not enough. That's why I put myself in limitations. I'm not enough. The battle is our ego. Always gotta be one up on someone else. Always gotta be and see something and compare ourselves to someone. Validation, permission. to be reaffirmed, needing someone else's words and agreement in order to move forward. What else are we fighting with in our mind? The fear of rejection. Why do we have limits on our life? Because we're afraid of being rejected. Living beyond your limits is fighting your battle without an end. Always knowing that somewhere along the lines, negative thoughts can come in your mind that you have to battle. When you battle those thoughts, a lot of the thoughts come from fear of rejection. That's why we put limits on our life. Because we're scared of being rejected. But when we understand who we are and we understand who is ours, there's two things. When we understand who we are and we have a relationship with who is ours, the Most High, then there's two things that happen with rejection. If I understand it's not a big deal to me. Rejection isn't a big deal to me. Why? I'm going to tell you right now. Rejection isn't a big, thank you, High Priestess. Rejection isn't a big deal to me because you know what? I view rejection as if I can't have it, it wasn't good enough for me. Did you hear me? That's how I view rejection. If I can't have it, it wasn't good enough for me. And the story. That it is what it is. Because you know what? Because I'm living my life to the best of my ability, following the Most High, loving Him, heeding to His commandments and His will. And if it's rejecting me and I don't get it, there's something better for me. Come on, excellent shift of perspective. Yes, but let's go a little bit further. Gal, hey love. It made wifey. Hey beautiful. Welcome forward, Queen Grand Rising. Sun Kiss. Let's go a little bit further, High Priestess. Do you have the right and strong relationship with the Most High that the very thing that rejects you, you are supposed to have? What about that one? Sometimes we don't even want to put effort into fight for what we deserve. Oh, look, we flipped the coin now. So how do I know, Candy, if there's something better for me? Or how do I know, Candy, if it's something I'm supposed to fight for? You know, by communication. What do you mean about communicating with the thing that's rejecting me? No, you know by communicating with the Most High. I always join in during the moment you stepping on my toes. Not with the roll eyes, Queen. Not with the roll eyes. Right, High Priestess? Because of the communication, the relationship I have with Him. He will unction in my spirit. He will tell me, confirm. He will bring confirmation. He will show me. He will speak to me however He chooses. Alondra, hey love. Lord Tapper, good vibes only. Parker. He will communicate with me whether it's something I should fight for or not. Because I'm not going to be doing the fighting. It's His fight and His battle. He tells me to show up and he brings in the victory. So some of the things, Grand Rising to you, love, some of the things the Most High, we are supposed to fight for. But how can we distinguish the difference? We have to speak to the one who has created us. We have to speak to the one that has written our blueprint before we was even conceived. We have to speak to the one that has declared that we will be great before we was even conceived. We have to speak to the one that has created the journey, the narrator to this journey, the creator of this journey. That's who we got to talk to. So that's how we kill that fear of rejection, false evidence of rejection. False evidence appearing real of rejection. The next thing that we battle with against ourselves is appearing invisible. Appearing invisible. Always concerned about what people want to say. Always concerned about people seeing me. We're more concerned about people seeing us than we are of ourselves. I know that's a little ouch, ouch. We care about what people think about, like what we're wearing, more than we care about what we wear. How we feel about what we wear. We care about what people will think about us trying to achieve our goals, and what if we don't make it, and what they will say, more than achieving our goals. That's what we're talking about, beyond your limits. I'm going to go beyond my limits because I know I got goals to achieve, and I'm going to achieve them. And if I can't get to them, at least I'm going to learn something to achieve another goal. I'm staying positive. Nothing that I said in there was about anyone seeing if I should achieve my goal, putting an opinion in about me achieving my goal. Them helping me. Come on. Appearing invisible is holding us back, putting limitations on ourselves. Yes. It's putting limitations on ourselves. This one's going to get a little bit deep. The other thing that we deal with when we're fighting with ourselves and putting limitations on us is the hidden need to love and to be loved. The hidden need to be loved and feel love. That validation from other people to feel loved, to be loved. Not recognizing the love that we need is the love that's inside of us. That's the love for self. I don't need to feel loved. I am loved. What do you mean, who you love by, Candy? You single. I'm loved by myself. I know my worth. I know my value. I love me. I came a long way. Come on, Deals. People ask, oh, where's your man at, Candy? Oh, who's loving you? Me? Huh. What? Who's loving you? Me? And until someone comes along that loves me as much as I love myself or more, they ain't getting my attention in the first place. That part. And I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. And if their love for self ain't on the level of my love for self, I ain't looking that way either. Because it has to do with them too. I don't want you to come through and love me as much as I love me, and you don't love yourself. Somewhere along the line, something is going to get jacked up. It's unequally yoked. What does that mean, Candy? Unequally yoked. It means we ain't on the same frequency. That's what that means. And if you ain't on the same frequency with me, honey, you could keep on frequencying away. That part, because I'm done with all these low frequencies, all frequency, on the wrong channel, whole different radio, whole different walkie-talkie type of relationships. No, I'm good. You're either going to be on my frequency or higher. Come on, Deals. No, I'm good. I wasted a lot of time that way, and if we look deeper at it, it's not wasted if we learned from it, but I'm just saying. So the hidden need to love and to be loved. When we find that in ourselves already, then we don't have to battle with ourselves, trying to want love, or I'm lonely, trying to connect with people just because if I have more people around me, I feel love, they validate love for me, all that craziness. No, we don't need all that. I love me. And the one that is love loves me. Oh, ooh, that part, right? And the one that is love loves me. Unconditional love, which is who he is. The unconditional love that is inside of me is God's love that's in us. Who we talking to? That's God's love who's in us. You know what? And we had it since we were children. That's why we think there's nothing. People always say there's nothing like a child's love. Yeah, because that's him in raw essence, the Most High. When we deal with unconditional love, that's what children have. They don't care about the color of your skin. They don't care about who you are. They don't care about nothing. They just love you. You know why? Because that's him. That's in the essence of who the Most High is, unconditional love. And that's why we love our kids so much, because a lot of times that's the first time we ever felt it. We have been living our life so wrong, and the world is so crazy. The first time we ever felt unconditional love is when we had our children. But we were supposed to experience unconditional love with the person that we had our child with. Oh, and then we're supposed to have experienced unconditional love with every friend that called us friend. And we were supposed to have unconditional love with every single person that said that they love us in our life. And we were supposed to experience unconditional love when we was raised with our parents. Am I getting this a little bit too hard, too deep? All right. I'll back up. Another thing is feeling like an imposter. Feeling like an imposter because you're living a false reality. You have limits on your life because you're fake, and if you can't extend your limits unless you're your authentic self. So you living this fake, false facade of life puts limits on it, and you can't live beyond it, because if you keep being fake, you can't grow. The only way I can grow is being my authentic self. I gotta put everything on the table in order to fix it. Who am I talking to? But if I keep pretending, I said this last time, if I keep pretending that I have patience, I will never get patience. And the last thing I'm going to say, my king and queens, to this is, say I am willing. Dang. Say I am willing. You want to live beyond your limits? Say I am willing to go through the hard thing. I am willing to get what I need. I am willing to be more than enough. Every single thing that you talk about, come on, high priestess, that you say that you lack, and say, I am willing to be better. I am willing to practice. Come on, Dane. I am willing to be greater. I am willing to love myself more. I am willing to walk into all the Most High has called for me. I am willing to have better friends. I am willing to learn from my past mistakes. I am willing to grow. Come on, high priestess. Come on, dame. I am willing. When we are willing, then we live beyond our limits. I am willing and determined to get to the relationships that have been promised for me, the divine relationships. I am willing to take risk in love again to get to where I get to what I deserve. I am willing to trust again because I deserve to be trusted, and people that I'm in a relationship to trust me. And for me to trust them. I am willing to do all that it takes for me to get to what has been promised for me. I ain't concerned about what I got, what I don't got, what I am willing. As long as I try my very best with a good heart, He will align the stars for me. The Most High will do it for me. So I am willing to press past because I know who's on my side. I am willing. And as long as we're willing, we will always live and learn to live beyond our limits. When we make a mistake, we'll learn and do better next time. And we try and push for it, and oh my God, honey, you didn't even make a mistake. You succeeded. And you'll push through next time. Again and again, there's no limits. There is always, in this journey of self-love, is ever evolving and ever growing. I don't have limits on me. You know why? Because my God doesn't. And He lives in me. And He is my Father. His blood flows through my veins. I don't have limits because my God doesn't. What are all those chains on you, King? What are all those chains on you, Queen? Release me. What are all those chains on you, King? What are all those chains on you, Queen? I checked the blacksmith's mark, and it has your initials on it. Ooh. When I check the chains from what I'm trying to be released from, I see my initials on the craftsman work. I see that I have put these chains on me, holding me down. I see that it's me. Release me. Say it to yourself, to the ones that are holding you down. If it's you, say it to you. If it's people, say it to people. Release me. Enlarge my territory. There's no limits and there's no boundaries. I see increase all around me. Stretch forth. That's what I said. Go, move, break forth. Release me. Enlarge my territory. King and queens, believe it. Live it. And he will show you that he will take you leaps and bounds. Why? Because it was destined for you. And why? Because he said he would. He is not a man that he should lie. And all I say to you, king and queens, is taste and see that the Lord is good. So say, I am willing. I'm willing to expand my territory. I'm willing to release these negative thoughts. I'm willing to break through and stretch forth and walk into all that has been called for me. The Dom, hey love. Now, and what I'm living is not enough. When I hit my max, I know I'm doing something wrong. Ooh, who am I talking to? I am willing to expand my territory. Come on, High Priestess. Come on, Star. My question when I first started is, do you live to your max? If you hit your max and a limit, there's something you're doing wrong, King. There's something you're doing wrong, Queen. Because the God I know could break through any limit. So stop limiting yourself if the God that is ours, it has none. Okay? Man, that was something, right? Living beyond your limits, learning to live beyond your limits, reaching your limits and overcoming them, reaching them limits and going beyond because you know it's what you deserve. Isn't that this was so good. It was so good. Thank you for sharing your time with me. You know, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to Anna Marie YouTube channel so you can get the same great content. I'd love to hear what you have to say, so please comment and like the videos and share them if you feel like somebody would benefit. I love you, and I hope that you have a beautiful, amazing, extraordinary rest of your day or night, whatever it may be. Love you.